Yo, what's poppin' Pokepals? Rare Boy here, and I'm back with another impossible Pokemon challenge. Today we're going to find out if it's possible to beat Pokemon Ruby using only a Solosis. The reason why I chose Solosis is because its stats are utterly horrendous aside from special attack stat, and Psychic is not a great typing for the Hoenn region in general. Before we can begin our challenge, I first need to import Solosis' sprites into our version of Pokemon Ruby. Once the sprites are in the game, I then need to edit the game's internal data, so this once empty data now functions exactly like a Solosis would. Now that Solosis is in our game, let's review the rules of the run. The first rule is that I'm only allowed to use Solosis in battle. We are allowed to capture other Pokemon for HM usage, but they cannot assist Solosis by any other means. The second rule is that I'm not allowed to use items in battle. Held items such as leftovers are okay, but items such as X items or Hyper Potions are banned until the battle has ended. And finally, no glitches or exploits will be used to complete this game. It's just a normal playthrough of Pokemon Ruby, but with the Solosis. With the rules explained and our Solosis in game, let's jump into some gameplay. The first thing that I do is pick up our Solosis from Professor Birch's bag. For this run, I replace Mudkip so May takes Trico, which will later know Dark-type moves. I nickname our little fetus Flubber because it looks like Flubber. I take a look at his stats and he has a naive nature, which means more speed but less special defense, which is eh. With Flubber on the team, it's time to conquer the Hoenn region. Starting this challenge off with only Psywave is going to be rough because we can't even touch Poochyena, which is abundant this early in the game. Thankfully, we learned Rollout at level 7. At level 20, I took on Roxanne, and the only move I have to combat her team is the unreliable Psywave. I still haven't figured out what hidden power typing we have yet, but her Geodude seemed to heavily resist it. Thanks to Reflect and an Oranberry though, we managed to withstand blow after blow from Roxanne's Pokemon. After about 2 minutes of spamming nothing but Psywave, we eventually brought down her entire team for our first gym badge. We had much better Psywave luck against Brawly, as it took far less turns to knock out his 2 Pokemon. Also, I discovered that our hidden power typing is unfortunately Rock, which isn't very useful to us. Our first attempt at May was not great, as we were not getting any luck with Psywave. At this point, it's almost like a metronome run with all the RNG involved in every battle. I attempted May again at level 31, and with a better moveset and better Psywave luck, as we managed to come out victorious. I've been training Flubber in HP EVs to help make him bulkier. Watson is going to be an issue with paralysis and self-destruct. Then again, when is Watson ever not an issue for us? I decided to level up to level 37 and replace Psywave for Psychic because I got sick and tired of the inconsistency that move had, and it was a complete 180 match against Watson. With Psychic, this run is going to go much smoother. Except against Dark types. Well, speaking of Dark types, Maxie's Mightyena is an absolute wall for us at the moment. I have to see what I can do to teach Flubber. Oh man guys, it took me until level 50 to beat Maxie's Mightyena because we can't learn anything new at this point. If Mightyena is giving us this much of an issue, I'm seriously nervous for Sydney's fight in the near future. I'm sure we'll have better moves by then. It's Flannery time, and Psychic was just absolutely brutal against her Pokemon as they dropped one by one. Hopefully this is a good omen from here. Norman's fight was a little hairy because his Slackkings hit like a truck, and the only reason I won was because of Recover. If we didn't have Recover, we probably would have lost this fight. Our final May fight was an easy one, and I'm hoping the rest of this run will be as well. I still need to get Flubber some new moves though, because our move coverage is horrible. I went into Winona's fight thinking we'd have some issues with Skarmory being a steel type and not having much coverage, but we got a crit and wound up OHKOing him. I don't know if that crit mattered or not, but I'm gonna say it did. Anyways, this was a much easier fight than I was anticipating. Yeah, Tate and Liza are just not happening right now, as we still have little to no coverage. I'm still amazed I made it this far with just Psychic and Hidden Power Rock. I made it back to Tate and Liza at level 60 and taught Flubber Thunder because for some reason, him and his evolution line can't learn Thunderbolt, but they can learn Thunder. Interesting. Anyways, our first Thunder paralyzed Lunatone, which allowed us to outspeed it and take him out with 2 Psychics after healing. Once he was down, I healed up with Recover and O-Code Soul Rock with a crit from a Psychic. Well, alright then. One final fight against Maxie, and thanks to now having Rain Dance, we can land our Thunders 100% of the time. Flubber was actually a beast in this fight, as he got confused twice in this fight, but never hit himself once and snapped out quickly both times. For Wallace, I could have easily set up Rain Dance and swept with Thunder, but I had to take out Love Disc and Wish Cash in order to do so because Wish Cash is immune and Love Disc is a troll. Once they were down, I set up the Rain, which also boosted Wallace's team, causing Milotic's Water Pulse to bring us to just 2 HP when we landed our last Thunder. If I didn't train Flubber and HP EVs, we would have seriously lost this match. Now, you know the end game of this challenge is going to be rough because we lost to Wally. That's right, Wally, one of the easiest opponents in these challenges. The problem is our very lackluster coverage. I could replace Rain Dance with Calm Mind for more bulk and offense, but then I'd risk my Thunders missing and I need Recover in this challenge. Psychic types really struggle in Hoenn, so I knew this part of the game would be interesting to say the least. Okay, so on my second attempt, I replaced Recover with Shadow Ball to see if that helps against Gardevoir. But because Shadow Ball is Psychic in this game and our attack stat is only like 44, we did horrendous damage to Gardevoir. My only options at this point are Calm Mind and leveling up. I picked up a Heart Scale, so if I need Recover again, which I most likely will, I can always get it back. Okay, on this attempt, I got Flubber up to level 66 and got 1 Calm Mind up, but this still wasn't an easy match. Delcatty never missed Sing in all of the attempts I had on this fight. His assist Leech Seed failed, which was huge. Roselia did manage to poison us, but it was a little too late in the fight to matter. We also didn't miss our Thunder on Gardevoir, giving us a narrow victory. I've never had this much trouble against Wally. Well, that's not true, maybe with the Applin challenge. Go check that out if you haven't seen that episode. Here we are outside the Elite Four at level 66, and I haven't seen stats this bad since our Wishy-Washy challenge. Our special attack is really good, but our move coverage is just horrible. It's a good thing Solosis wasn't introduced in Gen 3, but that's what this challenge and this series is all about. I honestly have no idea how we're getting past Sydney, but we have made it this far, so we have to at least try. I'm telling you all right now, we'll probably have to be level 100 to win this challenge, if it's even possible. As a high school teacher in real life, I'm always doing assessments and baselines, and this Sydney fight tells me we need a ton of levels because we can't even set up against Mighty Anna, who takes us out in 3 hits and outspeeds us. Time to level up. At level 80, I attempted Sydney again, and guess what? We swept him. Mighty Anna never attacked us. He just kept going for sand attacks so we could set up a couple of Calm Minds and Rain Dance. With the rain up, Thunder can't miss, so his sand attacks were useless, and from there, Flubber made mincemeat out of his dark types. I can't believe that just happened. Our next opponent is Phoebe, and I honestly thought she was going to be another roadblock, but we outsped and O-code all 5 of her Pokemon. I'm not sure if we naturally outsped or if we got some lucky Quick Claw activations, but either way, I'm happy to beat a Ghost type specialist on our first attempt. You know something? I didn't think about it, but Glacia is a huge issue for us. All of her Pokemon can cancel out our rain with Hail, and her Glalie know Shadow Ball, Crunch, and Light Screen, so they are huge counters for Solosis. Maybe with some smarter move choices we can win, but I honestly wasn't expecting Glacia of all people to be this difficult. I tried this fight a couple more times and I found a pattern that worked. It was just a matter of Glacia's Pokemon getting low rolls. Once her 2 Clalies went down, I could set up the Rain and Thunder her 3 Walruses. I'm gonna be honest with you all, Drake should have been a lot more difficult than he turned out to be. He made some questionable move choices in this fight, and while Salamence dealt some heavy damage, Flygon didn't hit us when he could have easily finished us off. Well, okay then. Steven is gonna be an issue because of Claydol. It not only resists our psychic, but is also immune to our thunder, and its earthquakes hit hard. I'll try a few more times at this level, but I'll probably have to get some more levels. I progressively raised Flubber's level until level 90 when I seen I was making some progress. On this attempt, I crit Claydol for the one-shot, and I didn't set up the light screen on us. Then, I was able to set up the rain while Aggron was out, which became very useful against it as well as Metagross. Speaking of Metagross, our Quick Claw activated, and we got a crit on it for the one-shot, which I'm pretty sure mattered, so we got a very lucky final fight. With this victory, we finally registered our Solosis into the Hoenn Hall of Fame. Psychic types really struggle against the Elite Four in this game, which is why I chose Solosis specifically. Aside from its impressive special attack stat, it really didn't have anything else going for it, as you can see. Pure brute force was the only reason we were able to come out on top in this challenge. For my next impossible challenge, we're going to find out if we can beat Pokemon Fire Red using only a Man-type, so if you don't want to miss that run, be sure to subscribe and stay tuned. Also, be sure to leave a like on this video if you enjoyed it, and in the comments section, I want to know what your favorite part of today's run was. This has been your boy Rare Boy, and I'll catch you all in the next one. Peace!
Red, white, and blue, yeah, I love this place.
Excuse me, did you just watch this video? You must have if you made it this far into the video. And yet you haven't liked, commented, shared, or subscribed. The Rare Boy working very hard on these videos. Please do the man a favor.